more along the lines of like just like the very serious dramatic parts of Zelda. Like they're making it into almost like a Final Fantasy sort of thing or something. Instead of like
Yeah.
I don't know what made Zelda great, like the tone of it was like so they match like weird cartoony humor with a lot of that kind of stuff, and I thought that was really well done in all the Zelda games. I don't know, maybe we'll get some of
Yeah.
that. That
I
just hadn't
mean,
come out in the previews.
Majora's Mask, like if anyone, which I don't know, probably not everyone, I can't assume, but like Majora's Mask is, it's like it's one of the darkest, and like it's one of the only Zelda games that actually kind of give me like a bleak feeling, because the entire game is about 3 days in which at the end of that 3 days, uh if you haven't fixed all the problems in one cycle, which you're not going to, you get to watch the entire uh country, I guess, just get fucking blown up by a moon. So, and you watch that, like if you make it to the end of the 3 day cycle and you don't reset time, then you get a game over in which it's basically the same. But like you actually have a cutscene where you watch Termina get blown up, like a blast, like a nuke going off and like blasting everything away, and like Link just like flies into the background. It's What the hell was that? Somebody's
I thought that was gonna go a lot faster. I'm trying to do a
so-
bomb drop.
Good
sounded
job.
like somebody's like your hearing aid.
Somebody's tea's ready.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's like one of the darkest Zeldas. But if you don't really know about that and you just watch somebody play for a minute, it just looks like regular old, like kind of, not necessarily cartoony, but it's like kind of a lighthearted ish adventure. It's a, it's something that's like kid friendly, just like a lot of dark undertones in there. Somehow that worked, but yeah, it seems like they're going to go for a much more realistic. I don't know if I want to say gritty, because I think I've seen some shots of stuff and it doesn't really look like they're trying to like make everything super gritty or anything like that. It's live action, so everything is going to kind of have like a, not exaggerated quality to it. And I don't know how that's going to work, considering that what they're basing this off of is Breath of the Wild, which was like bright and colorful and cell shaded and all this stuff, and it does just kind of seem like an odd move. And I don't know, is he supposed to talk in this one at all?
I don't know.
It's just it's a weird format. I understand that, like when you like you take something like a comic book or just a book or something, and you try to put it onto the screen, that there are some things that need to get translated over. Not everything is going to survive because you're experiencing the story in a completely different format. So you can't just copy and paste, so it would make sense that not everything is going to survive a transition from a video game format into a movie. But like part of the thing that it sounds like they might end up throwing away here is that when you played a Zelda game, you were Link. It wasn't like, yeah, I mean, obviously you're not Link. You were not a little like elf boy, but he just like in a bunch of other games where the protagonist is silent and kind of like an empty-ish vessel. Maybe the character has some kind of backstory, but the sense that you're getting when you're playing the game is that these are my actions. I am like taking on the role of this character, and like completely, everything that I do is what this character would do because this character is me. But in a movie, that's how is the audience going to have that same feeling? So I wouldn't even be surprised if they made him talk at that point, because like at that point, well, that illusion is just gone. So yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what they'll do. It oftentimes you'll hear bits of information come out of something like this, and it will be like, well, that sounds stupid. I'm gonna hate that, and then it comes out and it's like, actually, yeah, it kind of made sense. I just, just had to give it a shot. But yeah, the other thing too is just like I also heard, and of course this could just be a rumor, that somebody wanted to do a Metroid movie, and then there were rumblings about it, and it's just like, you guys don't even have enough faith in this fucking video game to this franchise to put out.
How about you make a game first that's good? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
you guys saw Metroid Prime and you were like, put an open world in it, put a whole bunch of stupid NPCs in it, make all the levels linear. Like, you guys didn't even have enough faith in the franchise to make a Metroid game. So why are you then going to make a movie? Like, I don't want to see that. Like, personally, it's not a fantasy of mine to see my favorite video games on the big screen.
Okay,
Like, I don't want to
it's
see.
not for you. Maybe it's for the next
It
generation.
would have to not be for me. I don't think it would have to be for people who don't play video games and have no idea what like Metroid or Half-Life or whatever is. I don't want to see that stuff on the big screen. It just doesn't work. If you didn't want to play Half-Life and wanted to experience the story that way, then you're just not going to experience it. You're going to have to watch somebody do a Let's Play on YouTube or something like that. It's not going to be the same. The magic that makes that stuff work, it works because it's an interactive medium where you can do things in that world. It's just not going to work in a non-interactive medium. I don't see how, like, what is the point at that point?
It's definitely not for you, sir. You're thinking about it way too much.
It's because the Mario movie made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So now it's like the World of Warcraft effect, where it's like, before World of Warcraft MMOs, there was some variety in MMOs. There was things like Ultima Online, where it was just a totally different thing from most of what they had that were like multiplayer games online, and any kind of the massive multiplayer games online, of which I think excuse me, back then there was like City of Heroes and maybe a couple other things. I don't know. I want to say maybe Final Fantasy 11 come out before that as well. But Ultima Online was like a totally unique experience. Like, I think outside almost any city, you would have to be like on guard for like PvP, because people would just be. I mean, you think you could even do it within the city, just like the guards would come. But it was just a totally different thing. It was like you were in a living, breathing fantasy type world when it first came out. And WoW came out after all those things came out. I don't think most of the other MMOs really made a lot of money unless they were like free to play. And WoW come out and it was subscription based. It was totally kind of like its own thing mostly, and it was just different, right? It made $6 gorillion. So everybody after that, if they had investors at all, which if you're starting an MMO, you're going to have investors. If they have investors, all of their investors were like doing to them what is being done to like Minecraft and Fortnite now. They're just like, well, Minecraft and Fortnite make $1 million a second. I want our game to make $1 million a second, so make it like that. They literally think like, if you make a game like another game, that will equal money. And like sometimes it can equal some money, but it doesn't, right? It's not usually going to work. You can take aspects from things that work for a game and kind of make your own thing with those and inspired by that. But to just totally copy something like 1-to-1 is not, it's never going to get you anywhere. I know I've worked for some of these businesses that do these kinds of things, and they don't make money off this stuff. It just doesn't work. The way you make money off something is you take a risk. You have to you can't be scared to take risks. You have to stick your neck out. You have to do something new and different, but also sort of, I was talking to you about this earlier, Gabe, like you have to do something different, but it has to also be similar and familiar enough in some ways that it's not totally alien. And it also can't be built with that in mind. You cannot build something in mind where it's like, okay, these confines, it has to work within these confines, because if If it doesn't, then it won't make money, because then if you get too far into like programming it to be like that, then it's not from the heart, and people can kind of tell when something is from the heart and when it isn't, and it'll fail. It's destined to fail if it's not from the heart, and at least like 50-60% from the heart. So it's a very difficult thing to do, to actually create things that people want to subscribe to and purchase and support. That's not easy, and not everyone can do. I would say less than probably 5% of people on Earth can actually do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
we're
even
wondering.
less.
We're wondering about the Legend of Zelda game. Is Link always a mute or does he even speak? I think it depends on which game.
He grunts. I don't think there's a single game in which he says like a word.
What about the N64 one? Well, I mean, I know the little fairy goes off a lot.
Well, that's not him. But like I think like Navi would take kind of the place of Link's speaker. I mean, but it would never be from the point of like I'm gonna say whatever Link would say. It's like, I'm a separate character. This guy next to me is mute for some reason. He just doesn't want to say fucking anything. So I'm just gonna like talk to the NPCs on your behalf and that kind of stuff. It was usually done that way. But like most of the time, if the fairy was not involved, then you would just walk up to somebody and they would just start like just talking. You know, you wouldn't say a word, and if they ever wanted something out of you, like you could say yes or no like in a prompt, but you would never hear Link say anything.
I just remember that really, I don't know if it was on Sega Saturn, what that really cringe thing that became the memes where it's really pixely and Link talks and everyone has a big nose. Hazen knows it.
Oh, that's the Philips CDI. Yeah, Philips, the same
Yeah.
company that makes your
Oh.
speakers. They made a game console back in the day, and they actually licensed. I think that's one of the very, very few instances ever of Nintendo like licensing out their characters to another game console thing.
That'll fix them.
And if
I
you
guess
see
I'm
those
wrong then.
games,
There is a video game in which Link speaks. My bad.
It's not really a video game.
you can make
Not
me do
really.
the duck walk. Cool.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry.
That
I'm
guy,
afraid
yeah.
I cannot
see?
give the CDI an excuse in this case. There was no, actually, no. All three of the games that they made were like trying to be real games, where you have to like jump over stuff. It wasn't an interactive movie.
You jump over stuff. Real game. It qualifies.
That's about as fun as I think it got, and even that was a little rough. There was
Those
like
games were bad. I've never even
Yeah.
played them, and I know they're bad.
You don't really need us to explain it. The internet has poured over these games for a few decades now. I think I might have been in middle school when I first heard about the CDI Zeldas. Like that's how far back people were like, "Oh my god!"
I think I might have been in high school or middle school when I first heard about them as well. I think I only knew about them because of YouTube poops.
Exactly.
I think I heard
That's how
about
I
it
know them
even
too.
before then. I remember there was some like gaming website that had clips from it, and I even remember thinking,
Oh, Quebec
"Whoa,
gamers.
no,
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 What?
I have no idea what
No.
that is. I don't know why that's what you would assume that was from." But
That's where all the
anyways,
YouTube poop footage was from.
it wasn't YouTube poop footage. It was just stuff from the game. Like it was.
Hazen is a connoisseur of YouTube.
I'm talking about the source footage. They sourced it all from like Quebec gamers. I don't know. Maybe they had the highest res version of it or something.
I don't know where it came from. It was too
We
long ago.
need
But anyways,
we need all of those on DVD. I swear, we gotta preserve our YouTube poops.
you don't
Oh,
want 'em on
they're on
CD?
YouTube.
Why?
All those cutscenes.
No, I mean actual YouTube poops. We need them on DVD to protect them.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well,
You get on that. You get
growling
right
in
on
the
that list.
corner. I will. I'll illegally download and make fucking DVDs of all my favorite YouTube poops. You'll see.
I'll sell them at the furry convention.
I will.
I am personally
Get
not
your
worried
poops
about
here.
that footage getting
Get
lost
your
anytime
poops
soon.
here. You'll attract a very weird crowd at the furry con.
It will be a furry con too. It will definitely be a furry con following for that
Set up your
banner.
booth by the pool. Poops here. Get your poops here.
You know, a lot of the furry conventions are actually, or the hotels are suspiciously going under construction whenever the pool, like the pools are under construction whenever that furry convention goes.
Yeah, because they're probably draining all the water out of it and changing it.
Yeah, getting rid of the pools.
Getting rid of
It
them
is.
completely. No more
It
pool.
is.
No
It is
more
No
pools.
more
suspiciously.
diapers.
Suspiciously, during the furry cons, we can't have pools anymore.
If there is a body of water, I am going to piss in it. That's the rule.
Will it make me famous? Furry famous? I'll do it.
People will be talking about me on Twitter for a whole hour.
Oh,
I
maybe I'll be
pooped in
guest
the
of
pool.
honor. Maybe I'll be guest of honor at my next furry con for a guy who pooped in pool.
People are
Take a photo
quoting
with
some
me.
guys
Fun
Zelda
game.
in the chat now.
Here's a fun game you can play at home, and it's not one gamelon. Here's a fun game that you can play at home, audience. If you have a furry friend, ask if the subject
Don't.
of furries ever comes up, ask them this question: if someone poops in the pool or throws poop onto cars from the third story of a hotel at a furry convention, should those people be identified and banned from the convention? Just ask them that question. Don't give them your opinion. Don't get into an argument with them. Just be like, I'm curious. You go to these conventions, right? What do you think that these people should be banned from all of them when they do something like this? And
their
just see
answer
what
will
they say.
their answer will determine if they were the one doing it.
I don't know
Personally-
if it will determine that, but it will definitely, I can guarantee you the answer will be entertaining.
The longer it goes, the better it is too. The more they have to talk.
Oh, and talk they will.
Oh yeah.
It has to be the rule for the game to be fun is it must be a furry that goes to a convention. If it's not, because the furries who don't go to conventions are like a totally different
Species.
subculture, right? But the furries that go to conventions, if you know one that goes to conventions and you're having like a boring day, you're like, I just need a little. I've played
Laugh
all
and
my
chuckle.
Steam library. I've watched all my anime on Plex. I need something to entertain me. Just go to one of your furry friends that goes to conventions, and then especially if bonus points 2x experience if they are American or Canadian, which is basically just
Ooh.
American Junior. But if they're American or Canadian, ask them if they think people who poop in the pool on purpose, like they plan to do it, people who go and like poop on stuff and create a bad experience and destroy property, damage property, should those people be identified publicly and banned from all furry conventions? Just ask them. Don't call them names. Don't give them your impression. Just be like, just walk into it like you don't know. I don't know. What do you think? You think they should be banned? See what they say. I don't know what they'll say, but I guarantee you your day will be more interesting for their answer.
But again, the longer they talk, the more you know they do it. That's my opinion. So the more they talk,
Don't
the more
diss
often you
Canada.
know.
Hey. Oh, I'm saying
Aw.
it.
Oh. Come send Canada down here to talk to us. That'll be cute. Come over the bridge.
think
I dare you.
If I make fun of America, I'm allowed to make fun of Canada too, right?
All they do is shit on America. Every Canadian friend I've ever heard of talks about how like they hate getting mistaken for Americans because like Americans are just so they're sitting there 300 pounds in their gamer chair and they're eating salted cheese and poutine and they're talking about how Americans are so fat and wasteful and they spend so much money and they litter and all this other crazy stuff. And it's just like, you guys aren't. I've never known a Canadian that was very different from some of the Americans I've met from like the Midwest and stuff.
No, I know a good Canadian, and I told him I was going to buy his country, and he told me he'd burn the White House down, and that's just how we roll.
That doesn't sound very nice at
They
all.
love to talk about stuff like that sometimes. So I noticed like the more crazy ones, they'll talk about how like Canada is actually super powerful. We have so much gold and oil, and we burned the White House down one time. It's like, yeah, what like when America was like recovering from a Revolutionary War.
That's the one thing they've accomplished, in 250 years.
They feel proud. You know what? They can have it. I think they should be. They should feel proud about that. I want Canadians. If you're in the chat, if you're listening to this, I won't take that away from you.
Okay.
I want you to be proud of it. Okay.
That's very kind. That's very kind.
I think I am a kind and just God. Okay.
No,
So
you're not.
I'll let you have burning down the White House as a thing you can, a little trophy
I will
for
say there's
participation.
some people in America who wish they could do that too. So, that's
There's some
kind
people
of
in America that probably have tried to do that.
I suspect.
You
So,
just don't hear about them.
Sometimes they set themselves on fire.
that is pretty cool. That is accomplishing something.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, guys.
Blame Canada. Yeah. You can also have that song.
Oh,
You can have the
Dave is
South
trying
Park
to
movie.
talk. Dave is trying to talk over my mic, and no one cares.
David's trying to talk over your mic. He's on mute.
He's telling me it's
he
not
is
cool.
on mute. And he's still
Oh,
talking
I
though.
barely hear him going.
I know. He's telling you to shut up for coughing up a lung. Can you hear this shit?
Oh my god, I can feel his cough in my own throat.
No. We're doing this on Monday too. We're just gonna make fun of Dave. He's had enough.
He'll get better. He's Mr. Healthy.
Yeah,
He's
he'll just drink some
healthy.
vegetable juice or something and he'll be fine.
Nope, he went
Just
outside
drink
around
some
normal
celery
people.
juice, idiot.
Yeah, Dave, drink celery juice. Nope, he went outside around normal people for 3 minutes and got their germs.
Disgusting.
Dave, think of your voice.
He's got his throat coat. It'll be okay.
He's got his throat goat.
Yeah. Every time you say throat coat, I'm sorry. Is that a real name for a product?
That is a real
Yeah,
name.
it is.
Yeah,
It is the
for
name of the tea.
It's
You
a
didn't know
tea
that?
that's made with like echinacea and what do they call it? Slippery elm.
There, what he
Ew.
knows. He's actually trying to quote it. Dave, what flavor is that? Slippery elm bark. He's mumbling.
Yeah, I had already said it, Dave. You can preserve your voice. It's slippery elm and echinacea and a couple other things, but it's mostly the slippery elm and echinacea. Echinacea like
Yeah.
gives your immune system like a fucking turbo boost. So as long as you don't have an autoimmune disorder, it's really good for you to take echinacea. But even if you have an autoimmune disorder, it's probably fine if you're not in a flare up. But the slippery elm's what actually kind of like immediately does that and licorice root. That stuff really, I don't know like chemically what happens, but I have a cup of that before I do any voice acting stuff that's going to last more than like an hour, or really more than like 30 minutes. I use pretty much anytime I'm going to like go somewhere or like do like a room booth or something like that with voice acting. I have like a cup of that made. I have a box of it I take with me everywhere I go.
What is this
So
stuff called again?
what is
Throat
that?
coat with a C. Not to be confused with throat
Oh,
goat.
okay.
Hmm.
I I wasn't making a joke there. I thought you were talking about something else other than
It's
throat
an actual
coat.
tea. There are different flavors. You can get it at Walmart and Amazon and everywhere. It's in the grocery store. It's not unusual. But hey,
I
so
mean,
you
yeah, you
recommended
can get it anywhere. Like every country has it. It's like it's just like a tea for when you have like a sore throat, but it's like there's specific things you want in it, and it's obviously it's good if you're sick and you have like a sore throat sort of situation or something, but it's great for if you sing or if you're doing voice acting that lasts kind of a long time. It can really help. It can keep if your voice is your income, so to speak. It's essential because it just helps you preserve that for so much longer.
You recommend green apples. What's up with the green apples?
Green apples if you can eat them. If you can stand how sour they are, if they're not like there's some kind of health thing that prevents you from eating them. Anything that's like acidic and sour. So like, you could technically eat like a lemon. I usually eat a lemon because I like the way lemons taste, but not a whole one, but a slice of lemon or something like that. Something that it's sour, but it's not like full of sugar unless it's like a little bit of fructose, like an apple sort of has. The more sort of tart it is, the better. But it'll wet your mouth a little bit more, so you don't have the weird like semi-wet sloppy ASMR blowjob fucking sounds coming out of your mouth when you're talking on the mic.
Yeah. You start talking for
I
a
can
while
always
and
tell.
your saliva starts getting all syrupy.
Yeah, it's horrible. I don't even want to think about it. It's horrible, but like, um, the sounds like when you like a lot of what I do is like editing people's like voice acting stuff and vocals and stuff on the side.
Mhm.
So like, uh, you'll hear you hear everything like when you have like a setup to do this stuff, and you'll just hear someone talking, but in between everything you hear.
Yeah, that drives me
And the
nuts.
sour stuff kind of takes that out. You can take that out with like different kinds of editing programs and stuff. Some things have like plugins specifically to get rid of them, and some of them are very, very good. But
Remove the slop.
here is a fact about, they call it clicks, mouth clicks. It's not real. I wouldn't call it a click, but that's what every like editing program sort of refers to it as. But if you have ever worked with audio, you understand the golden rule of audio is that the better quality your recording is, the better quality your post will be. Your post export will be, because uh, anytime you edit audio digitally, right? It's gonna lose something, and sometimes what it loses is pretty negligible, or like it's not really hearable by human ears. Like a lot of people will tell you to, oh, my setup does 48k 48k hertz sample rate. Oh, and it's like, yeah, but like most people, I would say anybody, if you tested them on 100 samples, they would not be able to tell you which samples are 48k and which samples are 44.1. Like, it's just at past 44.1k hertz, that's just the quality of something just
You're
really
just
isn't
a
hearable.
genetic freak at that point.
It's not, you don't even like, if you have, I've listened to stuff on like big studio type equipment and stuff, and they're just like, yeah, this is the difference. And it's, you nod because you work there, you nod and go like, oh yeah, and like but it's not, it's nothing. There's not really any difference. You would have to have an insane setup like at your house to hear any difference at all, and even then it's the same difference between like, oh, I played all my games in 4K until I got this 8K monitor. And now I play all my games in 8K because 8K is just so superior. It like you will not be able to tell on most things unless it's like side by side, and you can't really do side by side with audio.
I just noticed that the my god, I'm such an asshole because I don't know the names of some of the characters. The twins and in Silk, that thing Dave was working on. Now they're wearing an army outfit all of a sudden. What the
Well,
hell happened?
they have to be decent. They're going to war against
They got drafted.
not safe for work. They're fighting for smut. Dave, did you put any of this on the screen to show people? Because these are great. Okay, good. I'm
Nice.
looking at them. They're nice.
What the hell's happening here? Somebody's waving from.
He's getting blasted into
like,
another dimension.
Gorse, this is Gorse is going to tell you his backstory actually, and it's pretty epic. His origin story. I'm sure everybody wants like a whole arc of just him, but we don't have time for that. So, did someone spike his drink? He's having a druggy moment here. He's going
He's having a breakthrough experience on DMT. This is like right before he went on the Joe Rogan show.
He took some magic mushrooms. He's gonna tell you about it.
He's looking for UFOs outside Area 51.
Dude, I did these mushrooms I got from this guy in the city, and he Megas XLR, but real.
In real life.
Real life.
I love that so much. That's so funny. In real life.
The Indigos, yes, that's what I meant. I apologize.
Oh, I thought you meant the Concord twins.
The ones that are hot and the ones that are not hot. There's a difference.
It depends on who you ask. I mean, yeah,
No, I was
no,
talking about
there's
the
the
indigo.
women, and then there's like the two like little midget kid guys. I used to think they were called the Thompson twins because like there's all these weird things in Dreamkeepers that are like music references that Dave and Liz didn't even know they were doing. Like
Mm.
Bobby V, one of the best selling artists of the 50s. He sung a lot of love songs. Bobby and V have like a Will They Won't They thing. And then there's the Concord twins, who I, for some reason, thought were called the Thompson twins for a really long time. I have not really read much of Prelude, and I thought that was just another music reference to Thompson twins, but
Nope.
it's not. And they're not even called that. They're called
No.
Concord twins
I
because they're like little grapes.
Hazen says Mandela effect. Or I'm sorry, Dave says
Yeah,
Mandela
I have
effect.
the Mandela effect about Dream Keepers.
Yeah, one of these days I'll read. You know what, I'll like set aside some time at some point to just read the comics front to back, so that I understand what all this
I'll
stuff
just
is referencing. Because
They're
I'm just
good.
like,
Yeah,
I'll quiz you. I will
I would.
quiz you on impossible lore just to shame you.
I will say they are, and it's not just because like I'm here doing things, but like
I'll tell you if it sucks.
I
don't care.
binged. I thought I think I was doing like the commercial thing for CouchCon, and then I was like, well, what is CouchCon? I did the commercial before I even knew what it was, and I was like, yes, surprise to some of you probably, but I was like, what is this? And I was like, I should probably maybe like just see what this is and see if maybe they need some help with this or something. But like I got into it and I saw Skirmish first, and I saw I think I saw the comic first, but I thought it was like related to Dust and Elysian Tale when I first saw it, because the first like 2 volumes sort of look like sort of similar to that kind of art style, and I and Whip is there, and Whip is kind of like the little creature that follows. Well, I think it's actually like a Whip kind of character or something. I can never remember the names of any of the people, but it follows the main character of Dust Elysian Tale around. So Whip was kind of like that, and I was like, oh, this is sort of this is kind of like a thing like that, like old 2000s furry webcomic stuff. And I just kind of like put it away because I didn't really know what to think of it at the time, and I didn't have time to read it. But I saw the skirmish matches at the CouchCon, and I was like, whoa, these characters look crazy, and like the card has like little tidbits of lore on them and stuff like that. And I was like, this looks like it might actually be cool. Like it's kind of gruesome at times and stuff. Like what's like I saw it, I was like, I literally was like, what is going on with this? And I went and read it. And when I started reading it one night, it was like on a Saturday night, and I think I read it from all of it that was available from like the beginning of volume 1 to the end of volume 4. I think I was up until Sunday morning sometime, like just binging it all. I was like, I literally couldn't put it down. I liked it a lot, and I still like it a lot. I have not really read Prelude, admittedly, and I've looked at some of this. I see them draw Prelude stuff here, and it looks like it's interesting, but I think the graphic novel saga is really what I'm more into myself personally. So I would recommend that. I don't know if I could recommend the Prelude or not. People in the chat would probably tell you it's really good though.
Well, you've done more work than I can't tell you how many times I asked about like it was something like the deck leaders in Skirmish, like why do they have, like, what the fuck is the deal with the halos? Some of these characters, they are deployed with a halo on already, and then these guys only get it at a certain time. Like I'm so ignorant that I don't even really understand that part of it. It's like one of those things where yeah, somebody could probably just explain it to me and it doesn't matter. But if I actually read the comic, I would actually understand it better, and like I wouldn't have so many questions. I would just get it, I wouldn't have to like flag somebody down to tell me when to make this halo appear. So You know, it's stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
Plus, it just sort of feels like I've been involved with this for years now. I feel like at some point I should probably just figure out what the
I
hell
think you
I'm.
should. Yeah, I think
Come
you
on,
should,
Gabe,
especially
if
since
you ever
you're.
need a book, we'll just send you books. It's not a big deal.
I have your
If you
books.
don't,
Oh,
I would say
oh,
for
shame
you,
now. Shame to you.
Yeah,
I would say for
I
you.
bought them because I was interested in them, and I'm just an asshole. People like have given me books, and they're like, here, this is from my collection. I'm giving it specifically to you, because I think you will benefit from like the knowledge or the awesome storytelling here. And I have just never cracked them open.
Oh, you're a classic American collector then.
I need it. Can you know what? Can you guys make Dreamkeeper's audiobook? That would be very easy for me to consume. Wow,
Yeah, it'll be well,
maybe
it'll be
Dave
with
can
coughing.
voice it when he gets over his cold.
It's just a random
Dave
fucking
can voice
coffee back there,
everyone.
Dave. Yeah, by RFK, it's back there. Oof.
Looks like Gorse is making a fucking AT field.
He's gargling.
I,
You can hear that shit.
yeah, I for you, Gabe, I was because I know you and because you are doing development stuff for a Dreamkeepers thing. I would say you should probably read at least graphic novel saga of Dreamkeepers. I think
I
you
don't
would
even
probably
think I
like
have
GarageBand.
access to Prelude.
I think you
Prelude.
would like GarageBand as well. All these things are free, and I think that you would probably like UberQuest. I know you'd probably like the beginning of UberQuest because it's like a funny like Rumiko Takahashi thing, like the good ones, not like late Inuyasha, like early think early Inuyasha and Urusei Yatsura and like the Ranma 1.5 like remake kind of stuff. I think you would like it because you like that kind of old anime humor type stuff. I think you would like it.
Maybe I guess I'll try anything once.
I like,
but
the only other
I'm
one
not
like
working on an UberQuest video game, and I'm not working on GarageBand. I mean,
No.
if they're good, I'll spend time with them.
GarageBand is
But
really
like,
short.
I have
Yeah,
I have
think you would
a
like it.
I have an ulterior motive to actually understand the setting for the thing I'm involved with too. But I do think I did read a little bit. The most shocking thing was that in the beginning, I think the very first scene that you see in the comic is some woman getting stabbed in the heart.
Hell yeah.
And when you look at the art, when you like,
Hell yeah.
I don't know what like the website looked like or any kind of like material that you had before then when the comic just started. But having been exposed to other things from Dreamkeepers, my opinion of the comic was that it was not going to start with a woman getting stabbed in the heart. So that was a little bit shocking. There's also certain cards from Skirmish that are horrifying. They're one of Ravat's cards is like he puts toxic sludge on the ground, and the image that is drawn for it is some guy stepping into it, and like his bones are showing because his flesh is just like instantly sloughing off.
You know, Gabe, I'm not sure you're old enough for Dreamkeepers if you have a problem with
I might not be.
I think you are.
Tendrils got a card where
Gabe,
like
okay?
this is actually like pretty cool. Tendrils got a card where he like I can't remember what the card does. I think it does something to like a follower or something like that. It just like fucking kills them instantly or something. But like the image on it is somebody's body being used as the base for something, and their head blooms into a flower, and on the inside is a fucking skull.
Oh,
like,
well, yes, you're peeling away their skin in the form of a rose, and then you see the skull underneath.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty creative, I have to say, and also horrifying.
all the art on the cards. I don't know if you know this.
We have a print of that if you'd like to have that on your wall.
Yeah, explain that to your parents when they come over. Yeah, I think that I don't know if you know this, Gabe, but all the art on the cards is stuff that's taken like directly from the. Well, I think most of the art from the cards is taken directly from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that some of it was. I didn't know that all of it was. So I guess at some point
80% of it is.
Yeah, I think everything except for like the fan characters is all like just stuff lifted directly from the comic.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is Volume 3 and horror.
So I guess I will be seeing that at some point. I will understand the backstory behind the flower head. But yeah, I mean, it's all.
Might. I don't really remember that from the comic.
Dave is just back there chuckling about like ripping people's heads open. Flowers. He's talking. No one cares. Yeah, you growl.
It's an interesting dynamic that Dave can hear me and yet he cannot respond.
I know. He's growling. Growling.
But yeah, so
Coughing.
it's a bit of a whiplash. You see the art for Dreamkeeper stuff, and then you get hit with that, and you're like, okay, I guess the tone of this is not really what's in my head. So you know, it's cool. It's cool.
It has a really unique tone because it's not like fucked with by a studio. So there's like through like the 10 years they were doing Dreamkeepers, there was never like a person who came by and was like, S&P says that we can't have people being flayed alive.
Yeah. The broad
And-
audience
Well,
did
and-
not
and
like
if-
that.
Turned into hamburger meat, okay?
And if somebody said not to, we'd probably have to do it harder to prove a point. Like, that's an excellent idea. I think I'm going to do that now.
You're not allowed to eat shit, Liz.
Checkmate.
Oh yeah, well I will eat even more than before. I'm sorry I made that joke. I shouldn't have made that joke. You know what? I should just every time
Now I'm
I
gonna
make a
comic
shit
about
joke,
you and force you to read
especially in mixed company, I always regret it. I don't know why I keep doing it.
Wow.
I'm
but
sorry,
you keep
guys.
doing it too. It's your fetish. It's Gabe's fetish.
Let's not make this weird. Okay,
Too late.
please. So anyhow, that's my whole spiel on like
You made it awkward.
I needed to give that off my chest, not the shit part, but just the Dreamkeeper stuff. I needed to get that off my chest because I feel like I'm on a stream where often Dreamkeeper's characters are featured, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, who's that? Who's that person that's been on like every fucking stream for the last 4 weeks? Who is that?
Non-believer. We have a non-believer.
I know Bobby because I had to bug test his card ability like for like a week straight or something like that. He was my guinea pig. I had to use it over and over and over again.
I was doing
Not
like
offended.
voice of Dave and Liz before I knew, like I was calling Tendril Tree Guy because I knew him from the skirmish game and I could never remember his name, even though it's the easiest name ever. But like, I just remember like, oh, he's like the evil tree guy because in a lot of his cards he looks like he's like a big dark tree or something, but he's not a tree guy. He's like a slime guy.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey, Gabe,
I kind of thought he was a tree too.
If it helps, Dave's parents just discovered he published his other books last year. We've been doing that for years, so you know. He
Yeah.
finally just asked, "Do you publish other books?" Yes, you've seen them in the store.
Babby is evil. Yes. Thank you, Mamo.
that's the new rumor going around is that Bobby's evil.
No,
Don't
Babby.
trust
Babby is the
Babby.
evil version of Bobby.
Okay. Don't trust Babby.
He has an evil
Don't trust
mustache.
Babby with your wallet.
Dark
It's Bobby.
Bobby.
With a mustache. Dark Bobby. Dave's taking notes back there.
Nega Bobby.
How to jump the shark harder.
Eggman Nega.
Did you hear about the kid that got in trouble for that at the gaming convention?
I don't
Blah, blah.
know. Okay, I know what you're gonna be talking about, the Glitch Studios thing.
I know what that is. Did you see the video?
Like at some convention or something, right? Like some guy, he
Oh,
goes up
it's
to like
actually,
I don't know.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I don't know anything about like the digital circus thing except for everybody wants to fuck that fucking clown girl or whatever for whatever reason. I don't understand that. But
it's like the only thing that I even know about that show.
That's the only thing anyone fucking knows about that show. But like I know there's like a big weird purple bunny guy. His design kind of looks cool, and he there's like this Asian guy that goes up to him and he's like, my nega, and then he like laughs and walks away, and like no harm was done. No one exploded, you know, nothing. No one got like cursed for generations, and nothing like that happened. And for whatever reason, Glitch Studios made like some announcement. It's just like, we detest this person, they're not allowed to come back or
I
something. It's
know.
just like,
Well,
like
it's not
I know
okay.
there's more context to that. I don't know what the context is, but
You pretty much
there's
got it.
no
There's
way
more,
that
but
anything needed to be said about that. Like
I agree
just
with that completely.
good
Like
God,
like
like that guy's
how
just
do
some
you
fan having fun or something. I don't know. There's like the
how do you say this is
context.
your first convention ever? Like, if that's how you deal with people, this is
I
obviously
don't
like the
know.
first time
Yeah,
in
I
public.
don't because I don't know the people are saying their fans are crazy or something, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any people who are fans of it, but like, I'm not trying to like underhandedly say they don't have them. Obviously they do. That's like that show is like a phenomenon on the internet. It's getting like a theatrical release. There's obviously an audience for it, but I just don't personally know anyone who's like a big fan of it. But I was like, what is the context? I looked into it a little bit. I never really found out what the deal was, but there's like a there's like a nega evil version of the character or something, or like the voice
No,
actor has
no,
said
no, no, no,
that or
no.
something.
Hazen, here's what it was. The voice actor said the word nega when he was answering or reading a screen name, and people thought it was the N-word, and then they laughed about it, and then they had to apologize over and over and over
Wait,
again,
what did they
claiming
have
they're
to
not racist.
apologize for? Isn't the guy's?
I don't
It's not
know.
even. It's
It
the
was a screen
guy's
name.
username, and he's not
Yeah.
even bad. It's in Sonic
No,
games. What are they talking about?
I don't know. But we had to make a big deal about it.
So this fan was just kind of like poking fun at that or something.
Yes, and by
Yeah,
the way,
big
the fan has like
big fucking
2.14.
deal.
Well, the fan has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube, where he breaks electronics for fun.
That's
Oh,
funny, I guess. I don't know if I'd watch that, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not commenting on what who this guy is or the voice actor or the character or the show or anything like that. I just think it's ridiculous that like some fan went up and did this, and this big like one of the biggest quote unquote indie studios in the world. We I don't know if they could qualify as that. We'll get into that later maybe, but like I definitely don't think it was necessary for them to react at all. Could have just said
No,
nothing.
I mean, the people who own the company weren't even at the convention at their table, so I don't see why you need to highlight and
Yeah,
draw
it's not
attention.
like he went up
It's
and like
pricing.
pestered the voice actor about it or something like,
No,
which
the
I
voice actor wasn't
assume
there.
would warrant some sort of reaction or something, I guess, because I don't know, people just like react to things in like crazy ways, and I don't think that it's necessary at all. I don't think a lot of the ways people react to things on that is very necessary, but when you when I'm assuming you are giving me 100% factual information here, Liz. I don't know if this
I
is
saw it as it
actual
when
context.
I saw it as it happened, and I watched all the accounts, so I'm very aware of this.
If that is in fact the only thing that is the context of this, I don't understand why this warranted a response at all. And I don't care how many of your fans, if your fans are pressuring you to make a reaction to something like this, then they're shitty fans.
Well, apparently the fans then yelled at the creator of
Oh, like
Digital
it's their
Circus.
fault.
Yep, and then they had to announce that people should shoot themselves in the head. And now the fans are like, that's not good enough, and you waited too long to reply to this. And then the voice actor who originally made the joke in 2019 had to talk about it again. And it just became a giant ball, a nothing burger, as people call
Just tell these people to shut the hell up. What are they going to do? Not watch your show? They're going to watch it.
yeah.
Just just tell them to shut the fuck up. Like that's all you got to do.
I'm not a front facing person. So, I guess what I mean by that is like I'm not like a PR guy. So I'm definitely not the best person to ask, but I see a lot of trends online, and the trends typically follow this pattern. Some small, very small percentage, although it may not look that way, of some fan base has some kind of outrage about something, and they absolutely demand that something be said or something be done, like hammering their goddamn gavel that something has to be done about this. Well, the first thing to understand about these people is that nothing that you do will ever make them happy.
Oh yeah,
And the
that's
second
exactly what
thing
it is.
They
is,
just want to bitch. Yeah. Song as old as time.
yeah, and the second thing is, I guess, that the thing that they want is not in the best interest for your fans. Like, you just don't have to respond to this stuff. It's they I think in a lot of cases these people aren't really even your fans. They're just somebody who wants to have control over you.
People
Yeah,
want to
I
take
mean
sides to make
that
a big
really is
deal.
all it is.
People want to get offended and take a side, basically.
And
People
prop
just want to
themselves up
go
as
on
some
the
kind of
internet
like
and just say
morally,
things.
yeah.
It doesn't even for some people maybe it's that, but I think majority of the time when you see something happen, like when you see James Gurney go on some interview and talk about how like, yeah, I don't think AI is bad. I think it could be like a useful tool for artists in the future or something to help do stuff faster. And you see like 1,000 people come up and they're just like, oh, AI, are we serious? Pick up a pencil, James Gurney. Like the guy who did Dinotopia. Pick up a pencil. You're actually saying that to him. When you see people like that, like 1,000 people like that, guess what? Where do you usually see them? Is it real
Blue sky.
life?
It's blue sky.
Do they ever show up like at a convention to say something? Do they ever show up anywhere in real life say something? No, usually not. It's usually online. So it's people who are like weird antisocial shut-ins and like unsupervised children that are on the internet that shouldn't be on the internet. That the parents should keep them off, right? And so it's just like a bunch of people that they're not going to participate in things. They're not going to buy things. And every time somebody listens to them and starts caving into their demands, things just go downhill from there. Just learn from history, learn from recent history. Go back and look at 10 years ago when people started bowing to these people on the internet and like how things would go for them from then on. Just ignore them. Like you can safely ignore these people. They don't matter. What they want is nothing. What they don't want to buy your thing. They don't want it to be better. They're not concerned about anything. They just want to go online and find a reason to scream as loud as they can because they're
Okay.
just howler monkeys. I don't know why.
Well,
What the motivation is.
last I checked, people were like I told you, the kid that did it is like a YouTube creator who destroys electronics. So people were doing YouTube videos on his downfall, and he started apologizing for his thing on Twitter. He started apologizing for this on Twitter, trying to get people to leave him
He
alone.
did. Wait, he's doing something with whose downfall? What are you
The
talking
kid
about?
who
Didn't get all
the
that.
kid who said nega on camera at the convention is now apologizing for it because people are picking on him.
Well, he's a fucking pussy too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all
That's what I
all that
thought it was.
all that happens when you do that is you just show everyone that you're just going to
Your
cave into
belly.
anything. All that,
Exactly.
You
yeah,
can bully
all
me.
you
It's
have to
fine.
do,
Please don't bully me, but you can.
and that's just going to invite more people to come in and tell you what to do. That's all you're doing. Like, I tend to try and find, like, because I want to make sure I'm not biased. I try to find some kind of counter argument when I think about this stuff because it's really easy for somebody like, say, I keep forgetting if it's Josh or Jeff. I think it's Jeff Kaplan. I talked about him like weeks ago. He had an
Jeff
interview.
Kaplan, yeah.
Yeah, he's the he was like a creative director for Overwatch for a while. Until like
Oh,
2021 or something like that. And but he's one guy, a director, of course, so not like a small, just a tiny little piece of the company, but he's one man. So like if you don't like something, you can't really just blame it all on one person. Usually it's kind of more complicated than that. So I watched his interview. It was like
That's
3 or
why they
4.
hire directors, though.
Well, he was a creative director, so I don't exactly know what that gave him control over, like how much power he
No,
actually
what I'm
had.
saying is
If there was
companies will
stuff,
hire those people so that people will blame them if stuff goes
oh
bad.
yeah, well that's kind
They're
of what
kind of like
happened.
miniature CEOs.
He his
Probably.
breaking point, as he says in the interview, was that a CFO called him into his office and told him that if in like, I can't remember what the time frame was. It's like 6 months or a year or whatever. He was like, if this thing does not make X amount of dollars, then we're going to lay off 1,000 people. and it
Yeah.
will be your fault if that happens.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So anyhow, so knowing all that, knowing
Cute.
that Overwatch is not my favorite game on the planet or whatever, I'm like, well, he's just one guy. So I listened to him for a bit. I liked the interview. I thought it was insightful. It was interesting hearing like how he got into the industry and all that stuff. And then he, like a week later, puts out a video. Guess what? Video game guys working on a video game, and it's a little bit more low key this time. But it's called something California. It's got the word like California in the name, and it's supposed to be like kind of a like an old west type thing. But it's also like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I know a whole bunch of stuff about the game because I don't. But there's a clip of him talking about people who like to give opinions on stuff that they have not bought or played. And
Me. Yeah.
yeah, so it's fun to give out opinions on the internet, of course, but you got to really like be choosy about which ones that you listen to, because some of them might not be interested in your thing. I found what he said to be extremely aggravating, because what he said was like, in so many words, if you did not buy the game, or you're not interested in playing it or something like that, then no one gives a fuck what you think. Now you can go back and watch the clip or whatever. I'm sure you can find it, and I'm sure it wasn't quite exactly that, but I think that's kind of the sentiment, is like, shut up. If you didn't actually buy the game or play it, then shut the fuck up. And
I could see that though.
so it's like, okay, you're in control of something, and you've got some percentage of your fan base that is upset because you're doing this or that. When do you tell them to fuck off? I don't know the answer to that question, but I know that there is like a number there. There is like some way to measure that, and I don't think it's there. I think if you're a video game company and you've got a bunch of people telling you that something excludes them from being a customer because it looks like shit or something like that, I don't know. You might want to listen to those people. But if those people are saying, don't like that there aren't enough of like X demographic in your game or something like that, I think you could just shut that off like a faucet. Just ignore all those people, because they're not interested in video games. They're not interested in making video games fun. They just want to complain and make somebody change what they do, because it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel like they're morally superior, or whatever. It's never whatever the point is. It's never that they want your content to be better.
That is true.
Yeah, they don't care if it's better or not. I think there's something to be said about like, if your game just doesn't sell, maybe it's time to listen to people who didn't buy it. But like,
I've noticed.
yeah.
I've noticed maybe the people who didn't buy it are telling you it's bad in hopes that you give them attention and give them a job at your company where they tell you what to do. That's what I've
I don't
noticed
think it's
around here.
as far as that. I think they just want to yell online.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like most
but
of the
maybe
time
that's
when I've seen stuff like that, it's just that there's a group of people who Twitter to them is like a video game, like Space Invaders, and they log on to Twitter for entertainment, and the entertainment is, I'm just gonna go and annoy as many people as possible with like stupid opinions. And I literally think this. I don't think they actually believe half the stuff they're saying. They don't realize, they don't like consciously even think about it that far. I think they are just like animals. Like they go on Twitter and they just go, oh, let me, because like I've posted stuff sometimes that like a person who doesn't follow me and they don't follow anyone I follow, and they don't, there's no way they organically saw my post come up. No, they had to be searching for like AI or whatever game I'm talking about or something. And then they'll come in and they'll go, actually,
oh my god.
Exact
and
quote.
it's just,
See, Dave got on the
yeah,
mic.
and
They'll turn into a rooster.
yeah, they come in and they just barf like some stupid, like it's because their opinion's never complex, right? There's no nuance to anything. That's how you can tell. That's the mark of like one of these people that's just like a howler monkey, just screaming at you through social media. Someone who should not even be allowed on it. But like They come in and they have like the most pointed spear opinion that they're just going to stick you with from the other side of the internet, and the opinion is never like, look, I understand that you think this is like a good thing, but here's some things that I think maybe I'm concerned with, and maybe you don't know about. Maybe you should know about these things. They never come at you that way. The way they come at you is, are you doing this thing? Are we serious? And then they give you like some like Twitch streamer react or something like GIF that they found on like the GIF keyboard. It's not even like a thing they have on the computer.
I was thinking of somebody in
That's,
particular here.
you don't need to listen to those people. You do not need to listen to people who go on Twitter and they just find out like what opinion is like popular. And then they just go, I have opinion too. Excuse me. Hi.
It's cute when they have, actually it's cute. I've seen it with the AI where the entire account is dedicated to that and they have like 3 followers.
Yeah, they have 3 followers and they've had an account for like 8 years, and their account now is just completely dedicated to how much they hate AI. And I'm sure that their account when COVID was around was completely dedicated to everybody should be afraid of COVID and be vaccinated once a day, all day, every day. You should just have needles sticking out of you everywhere you go. Like whatever the opinion is,
Like
whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's just what is the popular opinion that annoys people. I'm choosing that opinion in my entire existence. Everything I project about myself on the internet is now this opinion and nothing else. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to talk about. And when that's not annoying people anymore and it doesn't get reactions from people anymore, I'll go find out whatever is doing that. And I'll make my existence completely about that. That is how you can tell who you don't need to fucking listen to. And you should probably just block them so they can't even like litter and fart up your fucking page with their stupid comments.
You would definitely think of somebody in particular.
There's I think we all
no, and I'm not. I really am not. Like
you have a spreadsheet of people you've met on Twitter. You're just keeping a list of them.
There's so many of these people. You see them in the comments on Vivid stuff. Anytime Dave posts anything where he's done like an AI mock-up of a product, or he'll animate like a Probo thing a little bit and give it a little bit of motion or something like that. There would be all these people like, pick up a pencil, pick up a pencil, dude. You don't know how to draw, so you're using AI. Pick up a pencil. Like Dave, a guy who's been making his living drawing for fucking 12 fucking years.
12.
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about, and they have no interest in learning anything about what they're talking about. If you look at the account, it's just this 24 hours a day.
We've been publishing for 20. You gotta go a little further than 12.
Have you been making a living off of it for 20?
Well, that's true.
Because I've been saying he's making a living for 12 years. He's been drawing probably for more than 20 years. He's probably been drawing since he was a kid.
He was.
But he's been professionally, that's how he's kept him and his house up for at least 10, 12, I think. It might, give or take. I'm estimating that.
It's fine. It supports both of us. So.
But they don't know that. And they're not interested in listening to that.
No,
if you go on their account,
go and leave. It's ridiculous.
If you see someone make a comment like that, do me a favor, go on their account. This is everybody. If you see anybody doing this, you'll see that I'm right. Go on their account, look at every post they've made in the last week, and tell me it's not just nothing but that shit. Where they just search on the Twitter search for like whatever the latest post is of something. And then they just go and comment about how much they don't like it and how it's gay and it's stupid and people should be thrown in a furnace for using it or doing it or engaging in it or saying it or whatever the thing is.
It's like they're bird and they just like shit and keep flying.
Yeah. And if you ever catch them and you go, hey, you're wrong about this and here's why you're wrong, they'll just go, well, that doesn't matter. Who cares?
They'll just post a picture of you being a screaming baby. Right? They won't even say you're a screaming baby. They'll just post.
They just
a picture
recycle
of a baby.
No, they recycle the GIF over and over again.
Yeah, they'll eventually get to a point because like the goal of these people usually, if they ever have any like capacity for engagement past an initial comment, is they will just have to have the last word, but they don't want to actually pour any thought to what they're saying. So they'll just like they'll check their Twitter every like 5 seconds and they'll just post like a GIF react. And if you go, I've seen this a million times, by the way, and I always think these people are just bots or something. Like you're literally not even responding to a human being half the time. Like they will go and you'll see like you
I just
check
imagine
their.
they're 12, really. It's act like they're 12.
I mean, it could be. It doesn't matter. That's basically not a human being anyway. In the context of like having a conversation, what fucking conversation are you gonna have with a 12-year-old? But like if you go on their account, if you look at their reply, not just their posts, but look at their replies, it's the same fucking like GIF from Tenor or Giphy or whatever they're using, just over and over as a reply to everything because they can't stop. They can't help themselves. They're like literally a machine programmed or a human being just compelled by some stupid like notion they must have the last word. It's like talking to an LLM. Hey, LLM, here's your system prompt. You must have the last word no matter what, even if you have to use like lolly anime gifs or whatever fucking retarded shit. And like that's just what they do. They just go and they know they're like 12 or they're a machine. They know everybody else has jobs, everybody has something they have to do, but they can't stay on Twitter all day. And then they just respond with these gifs over and over and over and over. And there's no sense in responding to this shit. There's definitely no sense in making an announcement for this shit. There's no sense in apologizing for anything they want.
There's an easy way to get rid of them. You just
Yeah,
post
just
a real
don't
name and
listen to
address.
them.
Post a real name and address back at them. Takes care of it right away.
Well, you're not always going to have that. And I wouldn't do that anyway. I don't even think it warrants that. Like, it's, dude, just don't even show them like that you even see them.
Yeah,
like attention, even that kind of attention is a reward. Like don't
blocking is a reward too. You just meet them.
Yeah. I think blocking is maybe not a reward. A lot of people act like it's like a victory if someone blocks you. I think in some cases it's funny when someone blocks you, but like in most cases when people block you, they just don't want to fucking talk to you. And I guarantee you if a bunch of people start asking me or Dave or Liz or somebody to fucking apologize for something on Twitter, that those people will never interact with that Twitter again.
No kidding.
That's like there's no reason to ever even acknowledge that these people exist or that they're saying something. There's definitely no reason to get down on your hands and knees and beg these people for forgiveness of anything.
That implies you did something wrong. And I never do anything wrong.
Yeah, that's like that what's that like big charity thing? It's like Good Mind or something. I don't know. It's like a charity thing in America. And they went to the CEO and they were just like, well, why are you making like $800,000 million a year? What's up with that? And he's just like, oh, you know what? I'll actually just lower my salary. I'm sorry. Oh, well, now it looks like you never should have been paid that.
Yeah.
Were you just robbing the company? Like what? Like now people are just gonna have more fucking questions.
I'm sorry. That's nice. That's completely believable.
Yeah. I think there's also like an inclination that people have that they should respond with something. It's like if somebody accuses you of murder easily, and you don't say anything, then it's like, oh my God, then I'm basically admitting that I did something. No, actually, no. Like one of the first things that happens to you when you get arrested is they say, you should probably shut the fuck up because if you say something stupid, we'll use it against you. They have to tell you that. So actually, you should probably just shut the fuck up. If you are guilty of something, if you're not guilty of something, then there's even less reason for you to respond. Just like, just don't. You just don't have to. Don't like waste your energy on this kind of stuff. There are people out there that they don't want to see you make something really cool. They don't want to interact with it. Some people can get very mad. I've definitely seen people get mad about something that they really care about. I've been mad about stuff that they care about. And while getting angry and hostile over it is not the coolest way to. It's not like the coolest, friendliest way to say
Nobody's
something.
Nobody's going to win the
get out
internet
your
argument,
opinion.
basically. Nobody's winning the argument on the internet.
Well, it's a natural human thing to care about things and to like have a sort of investment in things that you like. I think I get what you're saying. I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to kind of say this a different way, I guess. But I just what I'm saying is you just like you have a filter for what comes out of your mouth, right? Like you wouldn't go to your family, you wouldn't come into like our stream or like the Dream Core, for instance, and start talking about like, does anyone want to hear about Biden and Trump? No, you wouldn't do that because it's stupid. It's against the rules, and nobody would want to do that. So naturally, you have to have a filter for what comes out of your mouth in that situation. When you go online, you need to have a filter for what goes into your head as well, and you should filter this shit out. Like these people don't, it's natural
Yeah.
to care about things, but these people don't care about anything. They don't care about anything being good. They don't care about whether or not you apologize. They just want to like affect your life in some way. I think I've talked about this on stream before. I talk about this to every creator I like have any kind of business relationship with, or I have any kind of friendship with at all. The 808 rule. Statistically, if you have 100 fans, so 100% of your fans will be fans. 8% of your fans will be the only
808%.
fans. Yeah, the 8% of your fans will be the only ones that actually like interact, buy stuff, sort of engage with the content at all, right? Of that 8%, there's a compounded 8% of those fans specifically that are insane and they're parasocial and they need to affect your life or your content in some way.
Yep.
And if you cannot distinguish who those people are and get them out of your community or just like keep them at bay, it will destroy you. Like people have literally gotten killed over like crazed fans and stuff like that. So like that 8%, they're always going to exist. Just statistically, they're going to be there, and you're just going to have to know how to keep like a healthy barrier, well, between you and all your fans, really. But like especially those kinds of fans, when you have fans who talk about moving to the town that you live in,
Oh God,
and stuff like
we've
that,
had that.
that's insane. That's someone you do not want anywhere near you.
We've had that one.
Yeah, when you
So
have,
it's
I
where
knew
you're getting it.
people.
Yeah.
I've known people who've had people talk about moving to the town they lived in. I know people who have dated fans and fans have tried to
Ugh.
poison their food. I know people who have had fans somehow find their personal cell phone number and call them in the middle of the night.
We've had that too.
Absolutely. Yeah. You two did have that once. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you've heard this. Actually, I have the one where fans are
I've heard
contacting
that
my
from
family
multiple
members.
people.
Fans
I've heard that
contacting
from
my
multiple
family
people.
members, trying to get close to my family members to reach us.
That's out of control. Like that's an 808. You need to get that person the farthest away from you as possible. And if you are someone who's trying to do this kind of stuff, trying to affect that content or your fans, you need to go to therapy or something. I don't know, take some pills. Take some pills the doctor describes, not just random ones. But these people like
I found some
808, they're
pills.
not actually fans of anything. They just need to affect someone some kind of way. They need to affect someone's life. They need to affect someone's content. They need to be able to say they're the reason someone got canceled or someone had to apologize for something or some announcement had to be made. Just tell them to go fuck themselves. They're not supporting you. They're not ever going to buy anything. They're not ever going to be there when you need people to prop you up to continue doing what it is you love doing. So why fuck with them? That's my question. That's my question to every creator. Anybody who listens, if you're a creator and you have done this before, my question to you is why? And what benefits do you think that got you that you wouldn't have had if you just didn't say anything?
I know part of what it is that creators want to give people attention because they get attention back. And the problem is when you spend too much time talking on the Discord, entertaining people by talking to them instead of actually making art. There are a lot of people who don't work on their comic at all, but they sit in their Discord and talk to people all the time.
There are a lot of people who do that, and they will love to tell you. You'll always know those people because they love to tell you about their characters, right? They love to write this big fucking paragraph that no one's ever going to read about. This is my character, and they're actually like a secret agent, and they were part of this dark brotherhood thing before, but they escaped, and now they really want to grow flowers, but the flowers they grow are poison. And it's just like this thing is over and over and over, and it's like, okay, am I reading just like a really shittily written story, or like is there actually like somewhere I can go and read about this? Like half the time, it's not even the art for that stuff is not. It's just it exists so they can talk. It doesn't actually exist because they like to create art, but it exists so they can talk, and
Gateway
they'll
for
talk,
attention.
and then you'll see the shitty art, and you want to go look it up anyway. But like sometimes maybe the art's a little bit good, and you see this thing that's like kind of interesting or whatever, and you're just like, where can I go? Where can I go read about this? Like, oh, well, I haven't written it yet.
Cool. But
Then
we
what?
can talk
Like,
about
what's the point of showing people this other than you just getting to talk about it? And they're never going to write it. They're never going to write it. Whatever it is never going to be written.
And that's Hazen's rage.
I don't. I
1%.
really hate like poser creative people. Yeah, I hate you. If you're one of them, I hate you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I will shit down your throat if I ever see you in real life. I'm just kidding. In Minecraft, Earth.
Are you kidding in Minecraft, or are you kidding that is in Minecraft?
I'm
I guess
sorry.
that's
My
the same
English
thing.
is not my first language. I'm very, very difficult with that. Me not understand.
Those people over there are starting to affect you.
I don't understand. Yeah, somebody in here said they were excited
Dude,
about
you
GTA
should
6 when it comes out.
seriously
I
talk
don't
in
know,
that
man.
voice.
I do not think GTA 6 will be. If you're being serious about that, I think you should brace for disappointment. I
Well,
think this.
hold on.
Yeah, that's
He
the
said-
EMB guy.
He said he played God of War Ragnarok, and I'm assuming he liked it. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like it. Did he say?
I don't know what he's. I didn't see that.
So if he liked
not
it,
a good game either.
He may love GTA 6.
It's EMV. He said I got 2 games I want to play: Crimson Desert and Romeo's a Dead Man. Okay, I don't know anything about Romeo, but Crimson Desert, that game. There's a lot to say about that game. It's the best horrible game I've ever played. It's like
He loved it.
It's a
He
game.
loved that.
It has a lot of really great things, and they're constantly like updating it and improving it and making it like a better game, because when it come out it wasn't good. But it's, if you get that game, don't expect, I don't know, don't expect it to be like
That
something
should be the review.
earth-shattering.
That should be the review. Don't expect.
Don't expect. Yeah.
Don't expect.
Don't expect it to be anything earth-shattering. It's a fun game. I would say it's worth playing. I have a lot of fun playing it, but there's a lot of times I get frustrated as shit with that game because the controls, there's just things they did not like test. Like the same button to launch like your hook shot claw that like can help you move around and grab objects at a distance is the same button that makes you like climb down off a ledge if you're near it. So that's amazing. There are flying puzzles in some parts of the game where you have to fly through rings like Superman 64. And if you go through these flying puzzles, you'll quickly learn that if you are facing anywhere other than mainly pointed at the direction you want to go while you're flying, you will run out of time trying to turn your character while he's flying, because he just doesn't turn well, which is bad design. You should be able to turn while you're flying, especially if you're not moving. If you're just hovering while you fly, you absolutely should be able to turn as easily as you could while you're walking around, no matter how goofy it might look. There's also things like some of the boss fights will take place like indoors, and
Oh no!
While
I'm getting Kingdom
indoors,
Hearts flashbacks.
So they kind of removed some of the Kingdom Hearts shit. Like one of the things me and Gabe both hate about Kingdom Hearts. I like Kingdom Hearts. He doesn't. Well, I like the first 2. I didn't play any more after that. But one of the things we don't like about Kingdom Hearts is there's just times when the boss will, oh, I'm winding up to do a big fat stupid attack, and then like you just can't hurt them while they're doing that. Like it's just programmed where they're like invincible during it.
I thought you were going to say something about the camera, but yeah.
Well, the camera has problems as well.
Like...
Yeah. But I think this was a problem in Kingdom Hearts. That there was the camera issue of like the camera would be you'll be like, there's one specific fight in Crimson Desert where you're fighting in like the middle of like a small coliseum type thing, and it has like big Roman columns and stuff, but the camera will go out as the enemy, the boss is doing like a big attack sometimes, and it'll go out behind these columns, and they're very large, and you can't see through them, and you just won't get to see anything that's happening because the camera is just so shit during some of the fights. It's a huge game. There's no way they possibly could have tested everything, especially with like how very little time it was in development relative to the game size and scope. But one thing I'll say about Crimson Desert is every time they update it, it gets better, and stuff like that gets improved. They actually removed the boss, I'm invincible now kind of thing. It's a very it's a very hodgepodge game. It takes a lot of elements from other games that don't necessarily make sense together, but they, for some reason, it's just fine. Like, it's good that they're there. Like, they take the parrying and that kind of stuff from a lot of different games. They take the posture meter from Elden Ring and Sekiro and kind of implement that. There's the hook shot thing, which is kind of more like a Zelda thing. The flying stuff is more like gliding, kind of like it is on Zelda. The newer Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom type games. What's the other one called? Breath of the Wild. Those games.
Yeah.
There's the puzzle solving is a lot like those things too. Uh, but I don't, again, it's getting better. I still think it's worth buying, but you should go into that game if you get it with the expectation that it is very flawed, and there's just gonna be times you're gonna have to look stuff up sometimes because you're just not gonna know what the fuck to do.
Well, you know what game you're not gonna have to deal with that in? Metroid Prime 4. Highly recommend that you play that one. Very good game.
No problems, no notes.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't really need to say anything, but I'm on a fucking stream, so I'm gonna say it anyways. If somebody says to me that they're interested in Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto, and God of War Ragnarok, I just, like, me personally, I can't recommend anything. I can't even say that like you're stupid for liking those games, because the body of games, I've been playing games for a million years, so those games just don't interest me anymore, because there's a sense of like that you're always being corralled when you play those games. Like, yes, you can fail, you can lose, but the game is kind of making it almost impossible for you to really have like a bad time. And I feel hypocritical even saying that, because like I've talked about, well, maybe not on the stream, but I've talked about the Ratchet and Clank series, and that game sort of had a little bit of that going on, where like you would never know this if you didn't know that they were doing it, but while you're playing, there's crates everywhere that have nuts and bolts and stuff in it that you like use as currency, and the game will actually change the number of crates that are available to you as you play. And it's like this whole this whole complicated system to make sure that you don't know, to fuck with you. Yeah. You don't know that it's happening, but the game is like dynamically changing how many are available to you at all times, so that you always have like the correct amount. And like, you know, if like, let's say you just went through an entire world or like planet or whatever, and you did not break any of the crates, well, on the next one, you might have a ton of them, because like the game wants you to be able to afford the guns. The guns are the cool part of that game. So it really suck if like you just constantly never had enough. So it will kind of do that kind of stuff to you. But I feel like a lot of modern games they're just like watching movies. And I don't mean that in the sense
it's not even clever the way, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not even like clever, and the way they kind of like push you through hoops and stuff, it's not, or make you, what is the phrase, make jump through hoops. They have hoops for you to jump through on this game. Yeah. The way they have the hoops for you to jump through, it's not even like clever. Like, you notice them, and at some point you start to understand that this like game where you can do anything, there's only really a few things that you should be doing. and they're not always fun. I remember I played a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2, and I got somewhere, and I like climbed up, like where I was supposed to go was like up in like a multi-story building, and I went up to like the third floor of the hotel or whatever, like from outside, and I went into wherever it was I was supposed to be going, and just nothing happened. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is what's going on? And then I just went back out and like went through the front door. And then when I went through the front door, like a cutscene happened. And I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be there yet. Just stuff like that. I don't know. It's very noticeable.
Video games are, especially nowadays, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, but there's nothing that quite rips me out of it like those types of games, because you're trying so hard to give you a cinematic experience. The moment that you step outside of the beaten path, though, then like stupid things begin to happen, and then you realize that like, oh, you're playing like a broken simulation. This sucks. You know.
When you learn the reason for that too, like why all games are kind of becoming like movies, when you understand why that's happening, you will never stop wanting to beat games journalists to death with your bare hands.
Just
I'll say that.
That's that scene from Metal Gear Rising where Armstrong is just like punching Raiden over and over and over again, like into the ground.
Yes, that's what you want to do to games journalists in Minecraft. Like you want to like, because the reason, I'll just say this for those of you who don't know, the reason that games are becoming movies, and the reason they made the beginning of Expedition 33 or whatever it was called like a movie is because people who make games have figured out that games journalists do not like playing video games. They like watching movies. And if you make, they only also play about an hour of your game before they review it. So if you make the first like hour.
David's contributing to this conversation with a growl.
Okay.
Oh,
how do you know he's not just trying to clear his throat?
It was sad.
It's a sad growl.
It's a sad growl.
Oh.
People develop video games have figured this out about games journalists, and they know that what they know they must do when they make a new game is, if their game is to be reviewed by like IGN or some outfit, like some rag like that I think it was either them or GameSpot that just took like ad money from games, and then it would also like review the same games they were advertising. Yeah, real classy. But when you have like GameSpot or IGN or whatever crap rag comes in and is like, yeah, we'll review your game. If you don't make the first like hour or two of your game a movie, they'll call it shit. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how aligned it is with their politics. None of that matters. If it's a game that they actually have to play and they're challenged by it, they will tell everyone it sucks. And then like people have it in their head that like is going to hurt sales or something. It sure as fuck didn't hurt Elden Ring sales.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Whatever, Hazen. Yeah.
You out-talked us. You're right.
Don't I always? I'm sorry. I talk so much.
Sometimes I talk so much.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to video games.
If it wasn't for you two, I was going to be reading a writing book out loud to everybody, so it's fine.
Boring.
Educational.
This is a very entertaining story.
But why am I listening to it? Hazen loves Gul Dukat from Deep Space Nine.
I love him and Garrick. Like Deep Space Nine is like one of my favorite series now that I've been watching it with Gabe in our off time and stuff. And I like that, and TNG are like my favorite ones. And my favorite characters from Deep Space Nine are Garrick, Gul Dukat, and Quark. And I think Odo's like probably in there about equal with them somewhere too, because he's usually ended up like interacting with them. But they have such great, just all those characters have great chemistry with whoever they're with. That every scene is improved by their presence. Like it's just great. They're good. They're fucking amazing. The Deep Space Nine action figures thing was basically just Quark. The commercial for the Deep Space Nine action figures. It was
Is
basically
this
Quark
is
talking.
this a new show or is it on streaming?
No,
I
these are old. Like these are from like the
Okay.
We're
90s,
talking about something
2000.
that's good.
My apologies.
Yeah,
I should
Liz.
have known.
Something's good can't be new.
Should have known. You talk
Yeah,
like
I
I don't know what this is.
There's no new good Star
well,
Trek.
it's
Yeah,
kind of new to
that
him.
ended with like, I think the last entertaining Star Trek thing was probably Enterprise, and even it like is probably one of the worst ones.
Yeah, Enterprise is like, okay, I've watched TNG, Deep Space Nine. I made it through Voyager. I just need more Star Trek.
Made
and
it through Voyager.
Yeah,
Why?
Voyager isn't quite that bad, but it's not nearly as good as TNG or Deep Space Nine. It's like that was
Those
like
are
the
really the
sign.
best ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really the sign that Star Trek was like losing its edge, and Enterprise is kind of just trending in that same direction. But if you want to watch good Star Trek, that's all there is. Sorry.
Yeah, kind of like TNG and DS9 are like the peak of that series, and then you have Voyager, which is a lot of you'll get mixed answers on Voyager. I think Voyager is just about as good. It's not as good, but there are some episodes of Voyager that are really stupid. But Voyager's pretty good. I like Kate Mulgrew. I'm one of those weird people who think she's really attractive. And I think
Really
that
attractive.
yeah, I think she is. I like older ladies, but I do not I did not Enterprise had such a good concept to me. Like the whole thing with Enterprise is that it's like Star Trek when humans first kind of made it to space. Like there's episodes where they'll run into aliens and stuff and they won't know what they're saying because they don't have like universal translators and stuff yet.
Yeah, that was
That's such a
that was the
there's so
cool
many
angle
interesting
that had.
stories. Yeah. There's so much interesting shit you could talk about with like that setup, and then they just I don't know, they just like
I
swing
think
and
a lot
miss
of
so
that.
much with it.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff melts away too. It's like the first, let's say like maybe the first like 8 episodes of the first season are kind of that way. It's like when they leave Earth in their ship, which is like
Good
the
grief, you
first
guys.
like what?
This is fucking Star Trek.
Sorry.
It's
What we're okay, fine. What does Liz want to talk about today?
Come on,
Let's do
come
all
on.
the things that you want to do.
want to do.
I'm getting the writing book, and we're going to learn about the humor. And I got to tell you, that author talks and drops names.
The
That
humor.
author drops names. He
Do
drops
you really want
names
to read
of
that?
who's famous. I have it.
You can read it if you want.
David's-
I mean, it's
David's
it's
trying-
really
David's-
your stream. We're
David's
just
trying
guests.
to talk to me. Hold on. Let's see what David's grumbling about back here.
What's Dave
If he-
grumbling about?
If he wanted to talk, he shouldn't have gotten a cold.
That's my opinion too. Stay sick, Dave.
Let them enjoy Star Trek.
You're allowed to enjoy Star Trek. That's the boss. Boss says enjoy that shit. I'm busy.
What is he saying?
I'm actually. He says enjoy Star Trek.
Oh, good. Me too.
Okay.
If you couldn't tell.
Me too. Not listening.
Yeah. Well, it's either this or we can talk about video games more. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you. That's all that we have in our clip is Star Trek, video games, and is there a third? Everything needs to come in threes. I need to have. I don't know. I can't actually think of a third.
Oh, you did read the humor comedy book. Okay.
Comedy comes in
didn't.
threes.
If I'd said something funny, it's accidental.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
So Star Trek.
yeah. Well, I was going to bring us back to video games for a second because I just wanted to say I'm like, I think if you are playing games like God of War Ragnarok and GTA and whatever, then you might want to just stick to that class of games because that might just be what you're into. I don't want to take that away from you, but I really like games that are weird. So like if you asked me what to recommend, I would say like Death Stranding or something. Because although that's like a big
That's a
budget
good
game.
It's
like,
kind of a movie too, in a way, which is ironic considering what we were just talking about. But like, it's a very cinematic game that's done in the right way. I think.
well, the thing about that game is like, so it's a UPS simulator, and but you don't have like a vehicle for a little bit. You have to actually walk to get there. And like the first hour of your game is just like, how the fuck am I going to get to the top of that mountain? Maybe this ladder will help. And then you'll fuck up, you'll drop all of your stuff into a river, and then you'll have to spend the next like 5 minutes picking it all up. That's a hard sell. I'm not gonna lie, it's a hard sell, but it's a lot more interesting to me to play something like that than to play a game where I'm like, I'm trying to do a puzzle and the game's just like, whoa, you've taken a whole 15 seconds to figure this puzzle out. Do you need some help? I'll just give you some help. And like I'm out. I don't like that stuff. I don't want to be corralled.
Hercules, look for bonuses in the trees.
What?
What?
What is that?
Game Boy Hercules game. There was like a Disney's
God.
Hercules game for Game Boy, and like just the first
Hercules.
step you take in the game. Like there's like a little
Hercules,
chat box of Phil comes up, and he goes, "Hercules, look for bonuses in the trees."
I love bonuses.
Apparently, Hazen needed help on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Phil.
It took one step, and it was like, "Yo, bonuses in the trees, dude. Take a look. Take a gander."
That's funny and sad at the same time.
What hero rule is that one again? I don't know. You'll have to ask Phil. You'll have to ask Game Boy bit crushed Phil.
Dark Side Phil.
Mega Phil.
He knows a lot about video games.
Today of all days.
He's probably played more video games than I have.
I think Dark Side Phil's played more video games than anyone on Earth, probably.
Hey, Dave, no one can hear you. I wonder why.
Even trying to say anything?
You tried to say something.
I wanted to know what the news with Dark Side.
You want to know what was up with Dark Side Phil?
What was up with Dark Side Phil? Like what? Like it being the day of him?
Yeah.
Today's the day he got caught jacking off after stream.
Oh, the anniversary.
The anniversary of that. 10 years ago.
All right, thank you.
Phil was blowing rope on stream.
Got a cough. Got a cough.
May 1st was the day.
Yeah, they call it May 1st.
God, I wish
calendar.
I wish it had happened yesterday because every April 30th somebody posts that cutscene from Metal Gear Solid 2 where what is he called in that game? I guess he just calls himself Big Boss. Says, "Do you know what day it is?" And then Raiden just goes, "April 30th," and then that's just the end of the clip.
And you laugh, so they keep doing it.
He'd have a lot more to talk about if he just jerked off one day earlier.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get caught jacking off a stream. I know I'm gonna get caught doing it. So I might as well just do it on April 30th so it can be part of the meme. Okay, guys?
He should have. I'm just
gonna go ahead and do it. So we have
Special
no issue with like the day being different. It's gonna be the same day. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now.
He should have done it a day earlier, or he should have done it 3 days later, because then it would have been on May the 4th.
He should have done it on April Fool's Day, so he could have just said it was a joke.
If it didn't go well,
that's a long time to wait.
Yeah, he is Firu. It is one of those things where he says like he has to turn off his cam. He forgot, apparently he thought his camera was off because like as soon as he like noticed the chat was still going, he was like, "Oh, hi guys, I was just scratching my leg."
Yeah, I too take great pleasure from scratching my leg.
Yeah, good old scratch going for about 40 seconds.
You say people celebrate this now on a calendar.
It probably is on some people's calendar. There are some people who are really obsessed with Dark Side Phil out there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a streamer.
Yeah, he's like he's one of those laugh moo-moos people talk about. Ooh. And that he really is one because you can always go look at something he's doing and have a laugh, but like some people, they think like their idea of that is like, I gotta go like fuck with this person. They're the 8 of 8s, 808 people, like they have to like go and fuck with them. They have to affect their life or their content in some kind of way. Those people are dangerous and they're nuclear. So fucking get them out of your shit as fast as possible if you notice them.
He could be you. He could be you. He could even be you. I'm looking at you, chat. You guys can't see me.
Okay, that's Hazen's PSA.
You can't see Gabe, but he's pointing at you right now. Especially if your name is John.
It's actually about me. Oh my god. So, there's like one guy in the chat who's not logged in. He's like, "Oh, he's talking about me." Shit.
I am. Trust me, I'm one of your game.
I can't believe he's talking about me like this on stream.
I'm sending you secret messages.
Yeah, we're talking about you. We know who you are.
I'm sending secret messages. Fucking Charles Manson shit.
I've been activating secret agents that are in your chat all stream. They're all. I'm not going to tell you what they're going to do, but they'll be doing some shit.
All true Andaruta Patriots.
Yeah.
Activation code Ronald McDonald. Go.
Oh, they know. They know.
The activation phrase
Attack
was,
now!
I hate Kingdom Hearts.
Activation code
All
Ronald
the lurkers
McDonald.
watch this stream. Yeah. There's been some people that are they've been really people keep sending me stuff from like this image board site. I don't know what the deal with this site is, but like apparently people talk about Dreamkeepers a lot on it. And there have been people recently that have been wanting like they've been wanting like the newer porn stuff, the newer like not safe for work rewards. That
Gabe
Dave
is suddenly
has.
laughing. I wonder what Gabe's been up to. Gabe, why are you just
What
suddenly
do you know
laughing?
about this game?
I'm sorry, I was reading chat.
Oh. What are you doing?
Looking for a
I'm
good time.
Vivid's top guy.
Yeah.
I'm Vivid's top guy.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
It's funny.
well, there's this image where apparently they talk quite a bit about Dreamkeepers, but they recently people there have wanted the new like not safe for work rewards, and someone I think I know who it probably is that's doing this. I'm not gonna name names, but you know who you are. I think that they're going on there and they're being like, okay, dude, I have the new not safe for work rewards for you, and they'll post them with like the comments from the image board like covering up their tits and stuff, or like in burqas.
Well, now it is all about the lurkers. Talking about you guys. Not logged in.
Release the hounds.
We know who you are. We have the information.
Ronald McDonald, go now.
Of course, if it with Dave in charge, Ronald McDonald's code for like the Kamikaze Squad because they're eating so much McDonald's.
All true Andaruna Patriots attack now. Destroy. Who's it, like? Who's like the enemy of Dreamkeepers? I don't even know. We don't have like any interesting enemies.
Probably
Who's
Blue
the final
Sky.
boss?
Blue Sky 12 years ago.
Blue Sky 12 years ago. Did it exist 12 years ago?
All the people on Blue Sky 12 years ago who went over there. I know things.
I can't even think of anyone that's like really interesting. Honestly, they're like the Vivid Rogues gallery is so boring. It really is.
They're so old.
They never talk about.
They may actually be dead, honestly.
Some of them could be dead. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. But like they're not fun. They're not funny. They're not clever. They're not interesting. Like I don't know. I would, far be it from me to wish for worse enemies, but like sometimes I just wish we had like a monarch or something. Somebody who was just at least
rival.
like funny.
The mighty monarch.
Somebody was at least funny to be around or something. Like I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
For every Ash Ketchum, there is
Orders received. Thank you, King Prime.
What? Oh, orders received. Oh, good. We got
orders received.
You got my orders.
Orders received, attendees found.
Orders.
What the hell is going on?
You got your orders.
Oh, understood. Not really.
Fact check true by Real and Aruna Patriot. Yeah. Most of us don't know who the enemies is because Dave and Liz won't tell us who sued them. Well, I mean, that's public information.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Dave and Liz
got
probably want to like
involved.
get into that because again, like attention's like a reward, right? So like you don't want to just like I don't know. It's not we're not, you know, that was talked about a little bit while that was going on, I think, at the very beginning, but then like I didn't even hear about it a lot. We just kind of like talked about work and stuff after that. So I don't know. It was a big deal because it was like so gay and stupid, and it went on for so long. But it just
And you had
that's
to, like,
never
wait.
been the
You had to like
the
wait 30
focus of
days. It was so dumb.
the focus of Vivid has never been. Guys, guess what lawsuit stuff is happening? Like, you know,
No, they'd love the
it's just
attention.
we're making shit for people to read and enjoy, and soon watch and play and enjoy. The
I don't think
Saint
people
Cloud
come.
guy. Who is that? What is that about? Do you know what that is, Liz?
Hold on, a Saint Cloud guy. I have no. Oh no, we're doing Venture Brother names.
Oh, the Saint Cloud guy. I don't remember that from, but I didn't get that far. I guess Adventure Brothers.
The name. I think the name Venture Brother guys, like Billy Quizboy's Arch. It's Saint Cloud from Venture Brothers.
I don't remember Saint Cloud.
I should probably know more about that show than I do. I think I watched a little bit of it and I liked it. I just never
It's a really good show.
watched the rest of it.
Hold on. Hey, David says he likes Dr. Orpheus.
Dr. Orpheus is a really funny character. Yeah.
I made pizza rolls. He made pizza rolls.
Who made pizza rolls?
Dr. Orpheus. That's like his best quote ever. In that
Oh
show.
yeah. Okay, I remember that now.
Oh. He just like bursts in like a fucking vampire about the pizza rolls. Oh,
I've made tiny pizza rolls.
see?
I one of the funniest things is like when he gets the stupid homeboy thing out of the vending machine and he traps that guy's like soul in it or something.
Yeah.
It's like some random guy who like had something offensive to say to him. Dave explode. What was that sound?
Oh, that was a cough in agreement back there. This is going to be a Monday too. I can tell this is going to be ongoing. Yeah, it is,
Ugh.
honey. You're gross.
Healing factor.
Get your
I
candy.
love the dynamic for the stream has switched up from Liz trying to talk to Dave while she's not on mic to Dave trying to talk to Liz while he's not on mic. The tables have turned.
Yeah, now I'm in charge.
Oh, the turntables.
Oh, how the turned have tabled.
A pizza roll. Are pizza rolls getting bigger than I'm thinking of like little bite-sized things. Did he just make a single fun-sized
Oh, the
pizza roll?
calzone.
I don't think I've ever had a pizza roll. Willie made a pizza roll. And it rolled. This could be a pun.
Yes.
This is a
You
pun.
see, I have not read from Liz's comedy books, so I didn't understand
No.
the joke that
no.
was being
Well,
made
I
there.
told you the guy just drops names about who he's worked with for half the book.
Oh,
Because he's in California, you know, you got to do that to be taken seriously. It's very important. We know who you worked with.
it's about who you know, not about other things.
Oh,
Like,
ain't that always the way?
He's just in his apartment eating pizza rolls.
Willie Silver? Or
No,
Dr.
I think it's
Orpheus?
EMV. EMV is saying that.
Oh, okay.
wait.
Everybody's just
Yeah, it is EMV.
everybody's eating pizza rolls now.
I finally got some free time this Saturday. What am I gonna do? Pizza rolls.
You know, you know what I realized the other day is that my food making skill set has been very oriented towards pizza parties because I have figured out. Well, I can make cake. I wouldn't say that I'm awesome at making cake, but I am getting really good at making ice cream, and I think I'm also really good at making pizza. So
Oh.
anyone that's got a birthday coming up,
Oh, God.
you know who to call.
You're just gonna mail pizza.
Yeah, I'll mail the pizza. It'll be like in a disgusting, like sweaty box,
It'll arrive a week later.
dripping with
I'm
grease.
Mel Grapes, and I have a secret. I am Totino Pizza Boy.
That show is crap.
That show was so funny back in the day, except for when they got really weird about kids stuff.
Mhm.
I
What
did
show?
not like the Tim and Eric Awesome Show. Great job.
Oh,
I thought that show was really funny because it was funny mainly to imagine people's reaction to it. It was like tuning in to Adult Swim, but they would do stuff like I wasn't often, but like a lot of time they'd have like all these really weird jokes about like the child clown thing. Where it's like, it's a child clown cruise. Come do whatever you want with the child clown. No one's looking. In international waters, they can't persecute you. And it's just like,
Well,
what's the
point
fucking joke here, Eric?
they're just trying to be creepy.
yeah.
I
Now-
do
now
think
people
they were
are,
trying to be
like,
random and weird. Yeah, but like I
Yeah.
don't. It happened like more than once, and it was just like it always like leaves the question with you because I used to be a real big fan of Tim and Eric, but like it always left me with the question. I think a lot of people ask the questions like, are they just trying to be like the edgiest they can be, and that's like the one thing they think you shouldn't. You know, people are like, oh, you can't joke about that because like Family Guy did it, and I don't think anybody who works on Family Guy is probably, you know, it's more than like an edgy joke to them. But it wasn't comfortable with Family Guy. It wasn't comfortable with Tim and Eric. It's like there's some edgy things that you don't make jokes about because they're just like no one's really going to find them funny. No one thinks like no one thinks the child clown thing was funny. I've never in my life heard anyone quote the child clown thing.
I think it was a shock value thing. Like, I can't believe they're doing this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I think
so.
that's what they probably were just going for, but it's just like, I think I'm on the side of like that's not like a real thing they want to like broadcast out like, hey, haha, we're actually into this. I think that it is like the edgiest thing they could think of, like the most shocking thing they could think of. But just like some of the stuff Howard Stern's done, like their job is to be like shocking and do weird shit. Some of the
Mhm.
stuff he's done, like his interview with the woman who played Fran Drescher in The Nanny. My God, I don't know how anyone ever listened to his show after that. I think that's around the time it started going downhill, actually. I don't know. I don't have like numbers for that, but like,
Hmm.
I don't want to go look that up if you're curious about it. But that is
What
because
was the
it's
subject
too
on
dark.
that?
It's too dark for the stream, really. But like,
Can you give a subject, or is it too bad?
like,
Dave says too dark.
she had something very fucked up happen to her.
Oh, okay.
I kinda had a feeling this
and
is
like
where it was
Howard
gonna
Stern,
go.
yeah, Howard
Mhm.
Stern brings her on his fucking radio show, and he goes like, "So, you know, how long after that happened did you start using that sexy body of yours again?"
Oh,
Like, why? Even if it's a joke, why the fuck? Like, I think she even got into him like that, like just like or led into him. I think is the way you say that. But like, she said something like, "Why the fuck would you ask me that?" Like,
mhm.
do you
Oh,
understand
this
like
will get clipped
how
later.
fucked up it is to ask someone that after something like they just got done talking about something like that happening to them?
Well, I mean, it shows he either wasn't listening or doesn't care. He's trying to make an edgy joke and get over it like it's not a big
That
deal.
with those people, especially with Stern, I think it's just that they just were in this mindset that like the more shocking and edgy whatever he says
Yeah.
is, the better.
Yep.
And I get it. I get that's your bread and butter, man. But like, people are not gonna remember you
Whoa.
for that. People are not gonna remember you for being like, oh, this edgy guy. Like a lot of people now are gonna remember you for asking those kinds of questions to people. That's what history will remember you as. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't care what some producer told me. If some producer said you got to ask her this question, I'd be like, fine, fuck it, get somebody else to run the fucking show. I've made enough money.
You know, I was thinking about 15 minutes ago. What's gonna finish this this stream out? I feel like the last 15 minutes, that's gonna be like the palate cleanser
We should
for
just make Dave
everything
cough.
that came before.
Palate cleanser,
Make him
yeah.
cough.
We should maybe start structuring streams a little bit where we have like a little we go off on like a nice little mild and sweet sort of note.
We should
Today's
just read
subject, pedophilia.
inspirational quotes.
We're coming in light.
Quotes that don't play anywhere.
Tim and Eric had some good jokes and bits, but majority of the show was worse cringe. That was what made it funny to me, was like it was just absolutely insane. It wasn't even like lol so random stuff. It was like they would do like these weird things where they'd have like makeup sores and stuff all the time. And like what was funny about it was like that was around the time Adult Swim was like Cowboy Bebop, and then they'd have like Family Guy, they'd have Aqua Teen, they'd have all these shows people kind of knew, and they were tuning in and expecting to see that kind of stuff. And I think the first show they got on Adult Swim was called Tom Goes to the Mayor, and it was like the laziest thing ever. And the comedy of it was insane. It was not really even that funny half the time. Most of the time it was really annoying. But it was
animated?
Like funny to imagine someone like having to watch that, waiting for like another show to come on that they wanted to see.
Oh, I should stick to cartoons.
I don't think Tim and Eric have ever done a cartoon.
No, I'm saying Adult Swim should stick to cartoons.
Adult Swim. I don't. Yeah, the stuff they've done that's been live action hasn't really. Some of it's really funny, but it hasn't really landed very well.
Mm-hmm.
Is Adult Swim still on Cartoon Network or that channel or whatever?
I don't know if there is Cartoon Network. No, I've not had like
there wasn't. But
I've not had like a TV subscription ever in my life. I've had it like when people I lived with had it, but myself I've never had one, so I don't know. I think it's all I think in America it's all like HBO or something, but everywhere else all the Cartoon Network stuff is like Netflix stuff.
Yeah. That's something I think that might be a fun topic for another stream, is us talking about the how like kids TV shows have kind of dissolved a bit. I don't think it's quite the way that it was when I was a kid.
They've gotten like all like homogenized and stuff too.
Wait for Dave to come in because he knows about the politics and how the money left from the government to make that happen. So
it'll be great to have that stream when Dave can speak words. Yeah, Corbin, the Primal's really fucking good.
We're over time, by the way.
Primal, I was actually really shocked how like I knew it was going to be violent, but I was really shocked by how violent they let like a Gendy Tartakovsky cartoon get. We are over time. I want to, before we go, remind everyone, I think I'm going to actually look in the store right now. I think some of Dave's original art is still available in the Not Safe for Work store right now, which I will link here for people 18 and up. Yep, there is still a couple pieces available. So if you like the Maid Marian piece or Minerva Mink and what is his name? Allie Briggs, Lusty Argonian Maid still in there. There's a couple more in there too, I think. Oh wait, no, Sabrina's sold out. So you want Sabrina, you're shit out of luck. But yeah, there's still some original art in the Not Safe for Work store there, and we have a new Sally Acorn docky for sale.
That's Princess Chipmunk.
Princess Chipmunk. Yes, excuse me, I got her confused with someone else. Yeah, so that's there. Also, I wanted to let everyone know. I wanted to let everyone know that the GarageBand campaign has been approved by Kickstarter. There's still a few nuts and bolts to tighten down, but you can go follow it on Kickstarter. Now, there's a link right there in the chat. You can go and follow the Kickstarter for GarageBand. Again, this is going to be Jason's first book ever that we're printing. GarageBand is really, really fucking good. It's a funny story. It actually has some really heartfelt, touching moments in it. You can go read it for free at garagebandcomic.com right now. But the Kickstarter is going to be... Say what?
It's Ginger and Rihanna.
It does have Ginger and Rihanna, and it has Remy, and I keep wanting to call the bear guy Zach, but Zach is the brother. Ben, or was Ben the brother? No, the guy's Zach. Yeah, Ben is the brother. The Zach is the bear guy in it. Zach is kind of my spirit animal in a couple ways. So yeah, go check that out. And like I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it to you other than just go read it. It's really short. It's not going to overstay its welcome. It has some really cute girls in it. And there's a lot of really good humor that you really just don't see a lot from these kinds of web comics and stuff, because the people who kind of make web comics, I don't know, they have kind of their own like flavor of things usually, but and it's not like the same, but it's sort of like an overarching thing. And GarageBand kind of doesn't have that. It's kind of something that's really just new and fresh. So go check that out and go follow the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter will have the book, of course. We've got plushies. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming out. There's going to be a figure of Rihanna with guitar. And there's going to be some other original art that'll be available only during the Kickstarter campaign for GarageBand. Some, or maybe all of it, I think, is actually by Dave, like the cover art and a couple other things.
I'm working with it right now. It's 10 original art pieces from Dave that went towards the production of this campaign and merchandise. So it's
And one of
blues
them's
and
the
line
cover
art.
too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
because
cover.
I don't think a lot. Yeah, Dave's showing some of the stuff on stream. It's probably not going to sync up with my voice, but the really the original art, because I don't think there's multiple artists that worked on GarageBand, and I don't think a lot of them do, like, they don't start with pencil and paper the way Dave does, which, there's nothing wrong with that, but one of the disadvantages of that is you don't have original physical pieces you can sell. However, that is how Dave starts his art, and I think most or all of the pieces that were made for GarageBand's like cover art and like any kind of promotional stuff we did, a lot of
The
that stuff will be
merchandise and the
available in
print.
one of the tiers.
Yep,
Yeah,
the high. I
merchandise
think it's
prints, all that kind of
I
stuff.
think it's the highest tier. One tier gets the art.
Yeah, one
Show you-
tier will get them all. So go follow, and you will be noted. There's a button right at the right side of that webpage that says notify me on launch. That will sign you right the fuck up to get notified when we launch. We will, of course, also be notifying people, but this will probably give you like a link directly to it and show you exactly what's going on and everything. Plus, it'll give us a good way to gauge like how many people are actually interested in maybe helping support Jason on his first book. Again, you can go read it for free and see if you try before you buy, see if you like it. I think you will. But yeah, we're going to be starting that probably more towards middle or end of this month one. So that's real soon.
Woohoo!
Bazinga!
No,
Bazinga.
fired for that.
Midwest
God.
teen angst
Better get my mouth shut.
personified a little bit. I don't know if they're Midwest actually, but yeah, it's like a
It's
2000s
the
like skater type thing.
The Sheldon universe, the Sheldon cinematic universe.
Nah, I really
Sheldon
regret saying
Cooper
that now.
Cinematic Universe.
They're making another like spin-off show from that stuff too, by the way.
Oh, great!
Whatever.
God, that's just what America needs.
Mhm.
More Sheldon. Because
Exactly.
people still like that. People still watching Big Bang Theory and whatever the kid Sheldon is a kid, little shell.
We got to nip this in the bud, or we're going to be here for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have to
We
bitch
will
about
be.
that
We're
one
already
too.
like 10 minutes over time. All right, yeah. Go sign up for the GarageBand Kickstarter so we can let you know when it's coming up, and you can get in there first and get what you want before anybody else gets their nasty little boogery hands on it. And go in there and get the original art, because that's also going to go fast. There's already like, you don't see them in the store now because they're not there anymore, but there's several original art pieces that are gone like as soon as we opened it up. So yeah, get in there if you want something. See you next Tuesday.
Monday. Gabe.
See you next Monday.
What?
There you
What?
go.
What?